Oh, this is exciting. Hello, everyone. My name is Nick, and isn't this awesome? Starting out on the character creation screen, and man, the memories are coming back. What do I do here? Perfect. You know what? I think that's good enough. Handsome, if I do say so myself. Oh, we're jumping right into it. You know what? I think I am going to go through all of the tutorial. We are out. I guess I should probably introduce myself to people who don't know who I am while I kind of fumble my way through this whole tutorial. Welcome to the start of my Ironman series. I have just spent the better part of a year working towards my dream gear on the main account, and you can check out the Getting Good at RuneScape series if you've missed that. And I think right now I'm at a really comfortable time to start doing the Ironman series. It's a very exciting and also terrifying time for me. I'm not gonna lie. Ironman has been something that I wanted to do for quite some time now for a few reasons. The big push right now, I feel like, is just working towards maxing the main account, but there's so much content that's been released since I started playing the game way back in the day that I want to explore and enjoy without having the main account mind progress and main account mindset. I've been playing RuneScape for, I think, like 10 years now, all on like one main account. And in that time, I've seen the game shape to what I love today. But I feel like I missed so much content designed for new and lower players that just never really bothered doing on like my super high account. So starting over is going to be incredibly exciting and also really terrifying. I actually can experience like everything that Voldemort has to offer that I just haven't even done on the main account yet. I can go back to Barrows, and of course I get the sweet dopamine hits of level progression, which is something I wish would happen a lot faster on the main account than what is currently going on. But I'm also terrified to start this account because I really don't know a whole lot about Ironmans. I've played leagues in the past, which is Ironman in nature, but I don't think it's a straight comparison. With XP rates off the charts and boosted drop rates, I feel like Leagues is more of a cracked out version of RuneScape with a hint of Ironman flavor in there. And I don't feel like that's a fair comparison at all, really, to make. So for someone who's only played on a main account and really don't know a whole lot about gathering items, upkeep, level progression, all that kind of fun stuff that goes into this account series, I think it's going to be a lot of fun, and it gives me a good mixture of being terrified and excited all at the same time. Before I get too involved in this, I'm going to try my best to not like voice over all of my videos, especially early on. One hit. Oh, can we get the 3 hit? Oh, we are gaming, boys. I'm going to try my best not to voice over everything that I do like I usually do in the Getting Good at RuneScape series. I will definitely jump in when I need to, because there's definitely going to be times that I just mess up what I'm trying to say and stuff like that. But for the most part, I'm going to try my absolute best not to voice over everything. I want to challenge myself into getting good at the whole, talking and getting better at on the fly kind of stuff, especially early on because so much stuff happens. Aside from personal goals, I know there is something out there that's like the super efficient guide by, I think it's pronounced Osiris. I'm not entirely sure. I know there's a guide out there that's super in-depth and super efficient to like speedrun Barrows gloves, or maybe even going past that. I'm not too sure all what's entailed in there. But I am aware that it exists, and I'm going to try my best not to follow it. I'll maybe reference it if I need to, if I get lost and I don't really know what to do. But as for going down this whole like list and making a cookie cutter account, I want to experience this game mode and everything that it has and everything that it is to offer. And of course, get lost along the way. So I may reference it, but for the most part, I'm not going to be following it a lot because I think it's dated and there's so much stuff out there that probably isn't covered by that guide anymore. So being inefficient is going to be the key to this game mode, and just have a ton of fun. Because if you know me, I am not an efficient player. Okay, this is the big section that I was afraid of forgetting, and I definitely needed to look up how to do this. I'm gonna do standard Ironman, and I'm not gonna do hardcore. Hardcore was something that I was playing around with, at least in my head, but I know my personal skill level enough, and I know for a fact I'm gonna die to my own stupidity before I can blame a lag spike or something else that happened to get me killed. I know I'm going to be dying a lot, and it's all going to be my fault, so at least for now, I think it's smart to just start with the standard Ironman. So let's get this done, and I think we're pretty much done with the tutorial as well. Make sure you've got your Ironman settings all sorted before you leave Tutorial Island. Some things can't be changed later. Okay, I'm going to check it one more time because I'm paranoid that I'm not going to be one. Did we do it right? We we did. We are an Ironman. Oh my gosh, look at this. All level 1s on an account, a fresh new start. I'm so excited. And there's so much more stuff in the inventory that I forget that you get as a normal account. Oh man, what am I gonna do? This is gonna be so exciting. Oh man, I'm gonna have to go through. I'm gonna pull up my main account and switch all of my settings over. Oh, this is gonna be so annoying. All right, I think the first thing I want to do on this account is to get some thieving up and then make my way over to the cake stalls. It's a pretty easy and quick way to get a ton of food, and it's going to be useful for later on. So we'll start at the man's, and then I guess I'll see you when I'm done picking all the cake or somewhere around there. There is the big level 20. That's about as far as I wanted to go for thieving. I am going to finish up this inventory, but we should have a very, very decent supply of food at this point. So hopefully the rooftops don't kill us too quickly. The first goal of this account is, of course, to go get the graceful outfit. I feel like it's just going to be by far the most useful and impactful thing on this account. I know there is the run changes proposal going on still. I don't really know how that's going to affect it too much, to be honest. But regardless, Graceful is such a fantastic set to get out of the way just for the weight reduction anyway. And I'm already sick and tired of walking around everywhere. So I think agility levels are going to be extremely nice just for, you know, obviously the outfit and then all of the shortcuts and all of the quests and stuff that require it long term. It's definitely not my favorite skill, but I would argue that it might be one of the most impactful skills early on to a new account. Outside of maybe Mage. Mage for the teleports of everything is going to be fantastic, but definitely on a new account, getting gold is not exactly an easy option. But with high enough agility and then just the starting cash that I managed to collect, I will be able to go to the agility pyramid out in the desert and get some nice starter GP for everything else that I need to do. The goal was originally to go get a bunch of different types of skilling outfits and stuff like that early onto this account so I don't have to worry about it later on. But I've kind of changed my mind sitting here and thinking, I think agility is definitely going to be the first thing that I try to go ahead and knock out. However, I think outside of that, I think the best course of action is, of course, questing. Questing, as you probably already know, does a ton for an early account. I mean, just the waterfall quest alone bumps you up an astronomical amount of levels. So just for questing alone, questing is probably going to be the big push. That's going to be most of the episodes that I released, definitely early on. As for long-term goals on this account, I honestly don't know. The dream is to, of course, make this a legendary account as an Ironman status. However, I don't know where a definitive hard line would be for like a good break. That's something that I always like to do, is choose a very long-term goal, work my way towards it and everything along that time, and then help other players get to that as well, just showing all of my struggles and what I did to get to that point. I think the first goal that I definitely want to go for, especially long term, is going to be the Inferno Cape. The Inferno Cape was definitely something that was already on my bucket list for this account anyway, but it is one of the biggest challenges in the game that I personally put myself through, and it scared me for years and years ever since it came out, especially since my main account was already strong enough to go ahead and get it done. I just needed to get the skill behind it. Now, obviously, on this account, since I am an Ironman, there's no way I'm going to force myself to go sit through COX until I get a T-bow or anything along those lines before I start going for the cape. So I think it's going to be a really good challenge to definitely set myself for long term. Outside of that, I hope to show every progress that I did to get to that point to hopefully inspire others to take on that challenge as well. However, right now we are talking very, very long in the future. I mean, obviously, you can look at the stats. We're at total level 51. Yeah, we got easily a couple months ahead of us before we can even attempt that challenge. However, I hope to make it as quick as possible, being inefficient as possible with my account series. So aside for long-term goals, Inferno is definitely out there. I definitely want to go hit up and collect everything that I can from the God Wars dungeon. Those are going to be some fantastic grinds. I'm super excited though to go experiment with barrows and then go do the perilous moons and play around with all of that equipment, because on the main account I pretty much just got the items and then just sold them off. I never even like play tested them or anything like that. So I'm excited to see how those different equipment sets and stuff like that work towards a new account, and especially everything else that I can do with them. I've seen people do like COX and all of the perilous moon apparel and stuff like that, so it's pretty incredible. When you look at that, the first mark of grace. what a fantastic feeling this is. 260 of these guys are required to get the full graceful outfit. And if I remember correctly, I feel like most people get it around level 55-ish. I think you might be able to get a little bit luckier. Level 4, of course. You might be able to get a little luckier before level 55. Of course, you can go a little bit worse. I'm going to try my best to just stick to rooftop agility courses for pretty much everything outside of this, just to see if I can snag it as early as possible. Of course, we are still talking way in the future. And lucky for you, the future happens in a blink of an eye. I know I said I was going to try to do my best to not voice over so much, but no one wants to sit through hours of agility training. So I'll do a quick recap. We spent the first 10 levels here at the Gnome Stronghold, where we did 11 laps, I believe, and I got 2 marks of grace. Moving over to the Drainar Village, I got the next 10 levels done there, where I did 28 laps and got another 6 marks of grace. After that, we moved over to maybe my favorite and most underrated rooftop, which was Al Kharid, for the next 10 levels. Al Kharid has this fantastic teeth holding swing thing. I don't know. This animation is amazing, and it made me so happy when I first saw it. So I did 41 laps here and got another 12 marks. The next was, of course, my least favorite agility course, which is the Varrock Rooftops, because if you're going to fail anywhere, it's right here, and it's by far the farthest place that you can fail from the start. Regardless, I did 10 levels here, got 87 laps done, and ended off with 41 marks of grace. With that, it's timely time to unlock Mauritania, which requires rune mysteries to get done for the rune essence before I can even start Priest in Peril, so I knocked that out. Before starting the Priest, I did go to the Stronghold of Security to get my starting cash stack up and collect the correct boots, and I bought some arrows for the quest. The dog in Priest in Peril, of course, cannot be harmed by magic, so range is the way to go, and at level 1, it didn't take too long. It almost took exactly 10 minutes, and I did get level 4 range. But range levels isn't the big issue when it comes to the dog, it's actually the monk inside the chapel. This took way too long for me to get done because it would heal up faster than I was able to do damage to it. So I went to the sewers to grind out 10 range before going back and finally getting the job done. With the quest done, it's finally time to move over to the final agility course of at least this episode, which is Canifist. It's known for the best marks of grace for a new account, and straight from the wiki, it reads, unlike other rooftop courses, the marks of grace does not decrease at level 60, 20 levels above the course requirement. This makes the Canifist course the second best for marks, nearly tied with the base rate of, I'm guessing, the Ardoon rooftop course. Hopefully that's how you say it. And of course, this is where I spent the most amount of time. And there we have it, boys. 130 marks done. I want to cry. I've been doing nothing on this account but agility, and I'm at level 52 now. I've been doing this for 2 days straight. Pretty much all my free time has gone to these courses, and man, do I want to be done. However, when I'm halfway done with the grind, I feel like I have to finish it. I have to. Now, I don't know what website I was on that showed me that I was going to be around like 55 agility when I was done. I don't really know if I'm going to believe that anymore. Yeah, side's not looking good considering that I'm only halfway there. Granted, I know the XP jump is pretty big from now to 55, but I do not have high hopes. Not at all. For 2 days of doing agility, I was hoping to be a lot closer than this. But I'm sure Editing Nick is beyond bored of doing this. So let's just jump off to the good part. There it is. Yes. 260 marks of grace. Oh my god, this took way longer than I expected. As you can see in the chat box, we pretty much hit 900 laps here at the course, which I can't help but feel like I've been a little bit scammed on my luck. With this amount of laps done, we are finishing off at 59 agility, which is a bit over what the wiki predicts, but that's all right. We can get the graceful outfit, which is incredibly important for pretty much any account, and it puts me way above the requirements that obviously I need for the agility pyramid out in the desert, which is a fantastic easy money maker for someone like me. I'm just gonna do another lap just to make it an even 900. I don't know why. But that puts me way above the requirements for the agility pyramid, which again is a fantastic money maker, and I think I'm gonna go fizz it right after I get the set. I know I'm gonna do more agility after just finishing an agility grind. It doesn't sound fun to me either, but I really need some starting cash to get some runes and start training magic for some really important teleports and then spells overall. I'm tired of having to walk over to Varrock, so I really want to get that knocked out of the way. So After this lap, let's go ahead and go get the graceful outfit and then go make some money so we can start getting some magic levels up and then finally start doing some questing to get out of this really early level grind that we have to do. All right, welcome to the Rogue's Den. Find Grace. Hello. Oh, this is fantastic. One hood, one cape, one top, one legs. Oh, it's so nice. Oh, it's so nice to finally have this done. Oh my gosh. Just to be done. It feels so nice. It feels so good. As you can see too, on the grind, we did get some random events, which is pretty nice just to keep doing in entirety. I'm going to keep the lamps and the Book of Knowledge until I do the Druid Ritual. Good lord. Druid Ritual to get that done on the Herbivore. I don't think I can keep these in the bank, which makes me sad. Yeah, so let's go get some starting. Let's go do a lap or two over at the Agility Pyramid, get some nice cash stack, and then buy a bunch of runes, and then that will be the first one that we knock out. All right, I believe this is more than enough to at least start out the adventure that we have in front of us. Where are you at? First 100k on the account. Feels good. Time to go burn it all. I think we all know what I'm doing in this gear. That's right, I'm gonna start splashing. I just want to sit down and edit what I have so far together before I go out and do some quests. So hopefully I'm not here for too long, but we'll see. Oh, I have a habit of spending way too long editing. Well, I've spent pretty much all of my gold. I'm now at level 38 mage. That's a bit overkill, but that's all right. It is time to finally start doing some quests, and man, am I excited. First, I want to get Druid Ritual knocked out, just so I can get these things out of my inventory. And then I think we're going to work on maybe Waterfall next. And with that, that is it. Pretty nice and simple. Got 3 levels, easy enough, and we can add these onto it. Finally, get these out of the inventory. Not like it does a whole lot, but still better than nothing. 1 full level, almost to level 5. Not too bad, and since we're in the area, we might as well do the witch's house. Oh, I'm so dumb. And this is cake on... Oh, my lord. I'm the best. I am the best there ever was. There we go. What level are we out? 25 HP. Fantastic. And 26 combat. Awesome. Let's go ahead and do... I think Waterfall's next. There it is. Waterfall quest is completed. Level 30 strength, adamant warhammers, and level 30 attack. Oh, what a fantastic jump. What a fantastic jump indeed. So nice to get out of the way. All right, let's get out of here. Oh, what a fantastic note to end on. I believe this right here will actually get me... Yep, there it is. Level 60 agility. Oh man, we have got some of my favorite things done right away. Waterfall, of course, getting me level 30 attack and strength. Witch's House getting me 25 HP. 39 mage from splashing, I believe. And a few oddball levels here and there have been received as well. I think that pretty much wraps up everything that I wanted to get done for today. So with that, thank you so much for watching. I'm beyond excited to get more progress done on this account, and I'm really curious to hear what you guys think of my first episode. Watching back the clips I already have, I do need to work on the live commentary a bit so I don't make it so choppy, but if you have any other notes or suggestions on how I can improve the series moving forward, I would love to hear from you guys in the comments below. With that all said and done, I hope everyone's having a fantastic day. Good luck on your grinds and your personal goals, and I hope to see you again very soon. Stay inspired.